Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for May. My name is Linda, thanks for tuning in. I've pre-shuffled my decks that I work with and I will name each of the placements as I turn the cards over. So what we have here is where you are now, 8 of Wands reversed. This is the challenge you face, 10 of Wands reversed. The resources you can use, 2 of Wands. What are the hidden forces? The Temperance card is in reverse. This is the potential outcome. You have Strength in reverse. And from the runes, we're going to pull one here to tell us what is the spiritual lesson in your situation. We have Northeast, which is about constraint. Okay, so clearly there's something challenging going on here that you are dealing with in regards to your life and your flow and the decisions that you are making. Now, where you are now, 8 of Wands in reverse, this is saying that things may not necessarily feel like they're actually flowing in a way that feels good. You might not necessarily feel like things are lining up the way you would have hoped. In the upright position, the 8 of Wands is one of my favorite cards. It's about activation, it's about swiftness, it's about synchronicity, it's about alignment, it's about good, clear communication coming in and allowing you to kind of move forward in ways in the direction that you had potentially had lined up for yourself. So in the reverse, it could feel like things are sticky, complicated, not clear. You may not have an understanding of what the right move is to make next. You may not feel like you understand that you have all the information that you need in front of you to make an informed choice moving forward. The challenge you have here is the 10 of Wands in reverse. Notice this top line is all Wands cards as well. So there's a lot of fire here, but it's fire in a kind of debilitated way. So it's feeling like delays, obstructions, impediments, interference, lacking of clarity, lack of enthusiasm, lack of motivation, and things of that nature. Now, 10 of Wands in this position here describes the challenge you face. Now, it's in reverse. So how I'm reading this is that you need to let go in order to move on here. You need to let go of certain things. What that is, of course, will depend on your personal situation. These are general readings. But overall, I would say the current, let's say your modus operandi that you've been working with for most of your life. There's something that you need to address about that needs to shift, that you need to let go of in order to move forward here in your life. Because this bottom line is pretty strong as well. I'll get to that in a second. But you have 2 major arcana cards here. And for me, the runes are basically like the major arcana in the tarot. So there's like 3 pretty strong major arcana cards in the bottom line here. These 2 are reversed, and this rune is something that describes something very difficult and constraining. So overall, like, most of the energy in this reading is sort of like, yeah, you're not necessarily having a good flow of energy right now in terms of how things are unfolding for you. But because you have the 2 of Wands here in this position, in the resources you can use in the upright, how I'm interpreting this is that it's up to you to see what your potential is, to see what's possible here. And I'm kind of feeling this energy here is like basically you are making excuses, and you might be getting in the way of your own growth. You might be getting in the way of your own opening up. You might be getting in the way of opportunities coming towards you, because you're not being clear. You're holding on to the past. Maybe you're holding on to people that you should have let go of. Maybe you're holding on to a job that you should have let go of. Maybe you're holding on to a partnership, a relationship, or friendships that you should have let go of, and you know it. You know it. I think you know that you are the one getting in the way of your own progress here. And this 2 of Wands here in the position of what resources you can use is clearly saying that it's up to you to realize that you have the world in your hands. You have all the potential in the world, literally, in your hands. And it's up to you to see that potential, to see that possibility, and to make clear choices based on what you know is right for you, based on what you know is the right thing to do. And do that from a place of courage, of patience, of acceptance, of wisdom. And do it because you know it's the right thing to do, even if it's not easy. Certainly it's not easy. The energy you're in here is not easy. But you continuing in the way that you are is going to create more strife and stress and struggle in your life than what you're currently experiencing. So it's clearly saying here that this is a time for you to make some very tough and very clear decisions based on what you know is right for you, using courage and insight, using patience, using wisdom, using unconditional self-love, and let go of the past, because that is what's actually holding you back. It's you kind of clutching on to what's familiar, even though you know you've outgrown it, is what's causing you to feel stagnant. It's what's causing you to miss out on opportunities that may be close by, because you won't let go. You won't let go of what you've been holding on to that you know you've outgrown already quite some time ago. It's a tough love reading, Cancer. Now let's talk a little bit more about this rune. I told you it's called No Fizz, and it represents delays. We already talked about that with the Eight of Wands reversed. Restriction, resistance leading to strength, innovation. We have strength and temperance on the bottom line as well here. I'm reading from my notes here. I do know the runes. I've used them for a long time, but I don't necessarily have them entirely memorized. So I'm referring to my notes here with this. So what it says here is delays and restriction, resistance leading to strength, innovation, need, fire. You need fire. Like all this reversed fire. The strength is also very much a fire energy. It's representative of the astrological sign of Leo, which is the fixed fire sign, but it's in reverse. It's clearly saying in this reading that you need fire. You need fire in terms of the energy of like your own personal will. You need to channel your own personal will using determination, using motivation, using courage, like I said before, and move forward out of a time of conflict and stress and obstacles and impediments, to move past this time, to be able to move forward towards your own fate that you decide, right? Like what I'm feeling in this energy is that you're being really passive about your situation, and you're being kind of mopey and maybe whinging too much. You might be complaining too much about your circumstance to yourself and to other people, and in doing so you give away your power. You're giving away your power here. You need to recognize what your own fate is by choosing to move towards things that you actually feel passionate and excited about, and stop kind of dwelling in situations and in with people and in kind of circumstances that don't actually suit you anymore, but you're too maybe lazy or too much of a kind of like maybe being a victim, having a victim mentality, or not being willing to face what you're afraid of, to be able to move forward into new territory that's actually really the right environment for you. So yeah, this bottom line is talking about, again, like the Temperance card in the reverse. It's a beautiful card in this deck. I do like it. In the reverse position here, I would say Temperance in reverse, and this is in the position of the hidden forces. It says to me that you are, again, you're not being proactive enough about your situation. You're being too mopey. You're letting confusion rule your situation. You're letting stress and self-pity rule your situation, and you're not taking enough proactive decision-making, clarity and willpower into your energy to actually overcome this situation that you're in, because this is very much a self-created situation. That's what I feel. This Eight of Wands, Ten of Wands, Strength reverse, this is all saying to me that this is, you're not suffering as a result of circumstances that are being imposed upon you. You've created this situation and you're stagnant inside of it because you aren't activating enough fire. I'm talking about your chi, your internal chi, your willpower, your potential, your survival instincts, your endurance. These are all the things that are needed in here, this environment, in this situation, that you need to channel forward to be able to shift this energy from the position that it's in. Like if you're feeling lack in any way, if you're feeling like you don't have opportunities, if you're feeling like you don't have choices, if you feel like you don't have love, if you don't have creativity, if you don't have money, if you don't have freedom, It's all because you're choosing to stay in the energy that you're in, and you aren't channeling enough of your internal fire to realize how much the world actually is in your own hands, and how much potential you have that you're not activating, and you're letting the circumstances be what they are and not being proactive about channeling your fire and your determination into the situation. Cancer, stop resisting your own potential. Use your creativity, use your willpower, use your endurance, use your strength, use your courage. Overcome the stagnation that you're feeling. Let go of what needs to be let go of. Understand how much choice and free will you have in the situation, and channel that in to shift this energy. Because this is very stagnant. It's damp. All this fire energy in this reading in reverse. It's like there's a dampness here when it should be fiery. I hope this is clear, Cancer. I want you to feel motivated here. I know I'm giving you a really tough reading here, but I want you to feel motivated. I want you to understand that it's up to you, that you need to stop complaining, you need to stop feeling mopey, and you need to turn the situation around by using your own willpower and determination. That's up to you. You have to change the way you think about the situation. You need to change the way you view and perceive your situation. Shift your perspective here and your situation will change. But you have to change your energy internally. You have to change your thoughts. You have to stop thinking negatively. You have to start thinking more empowered and more creatively and more positively. You have to think in a more courageous way. You have to believe that you can make the changes that are needed here, because you can. You absolutely can. You have self-reliance in you, but it's up to you to channel that forward here and shift this very stagnant situation. Overcome your own, what's the right word? It's not that you're lazy. I know a lot of Cancerian people, they're very hardworking, but you're stuck in your own sense of how you see the situation. You see the situation a certain way, and you don't want to change the way you perceive it. But that's what's required here. You need to shift your perception of the situation and know that you have what it takes within you to make the changes that you want. Nobody else can do that. It's nothing external here. We're talking about entirely internal energies. Cancer, I think I've kicked your butt enough for one day. That is your reading for May. I hope you found some things in there you can work with. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.